All right, hello. My name is Ismini Rani, host of the Oasis 13. Welcome. Thank y'all for joining today's episode. And today we got Stephen and Katt from Tribe. I said it right, Stephen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'll be messing it up sometimes. So we got Stephen and Katt from Tribe Kollective, and we're going to talk about community building, y'all. All right. So first, I want y'all to introduce yourselves. Whoever want to tell us about, Tribe Kollective, what Tribe is about a little bit, and then we should get started.
You can go first, Catherine.
Knew you were gonna do that. All right, peace everybody. I am Catherine Junelle. I'm the president of Tribe Collective. Deanna is the CEO. She's not on the call with us today, but she definitely put this together. Tribe stands for Together Reaching Infinite Black Excellence. And that's definitely something that I stand by for sure. Right. I am all for really community building. One of my biggest issues, my stand on it is we don't own anything anymore. Like we don't own our businesses, we don't own our houses, we barely own our cars. Like only thing people really got to their names is possibly maybe their cell phones. If their cell phones aren't being leased. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like
And some nice clothes and shoes.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's my biggest thing, going back into the community and reteaching ownership so that we can put ourselves on the board, like
Right.
because we're way off the board. Like.
Right. Stephen.
My name's Stephen. I am the vice president and agricultural development director of Tribe. So my job is to, I don't know, gain more knowledge and resources in order to implement us to actually sustain ourselves in terms of food and uh, shelter, and developing like skills that we've been disconnected with in order for our own survival and just like better off like sanity. I feel like because like learning these things, we may not use them, but it gives you a sense of like grounding, knowing that you do this stuff. And then with owning everything, we also need to know how to like do more with it in terms of
How
like
to use
strategy,
it, right?
you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big thing that Tribe brings is that like knowledge of like gathering resources and actually doing something with them and actually having a mission and tempo with it. So
right.
that's what we do.
Yeah, I just found about Tribe what is it, a couple months ago. And I'm from Virginia. And I think that it is like just a good thing to build community in Virginia. Because when I first found out about it, I think the first event was the farm event and that I went to. And yeah, that was the first event. And so at this farm event, y'all, which is so dope. If you haven't been, you need to come, okay? Because they take you out to the farm, okay, which is black owned, okay? And it's like it's all that's okay, we're gonna cut this part out. All that is our land, right? With the fresh vegetables, the fresh agriculture, like it was so exciting. It was just so exciting to see that and be there and be able to be part of it. And then actually him coming back to the community and giving that to, our people. And again, like Stephen said, like we learn like the Thelonious is the one who actually owns it, and he will actually teach you like, okay, so this is how you need to, this is why you gotta cut this, and this is what this is, and like we grow this in this time, which well, we don't learn that in school. So like just again being there and having that actually be a part of our community was amazing. And then they had the Juneteenth event, which I attended, which was also amazing. Again, Black events, and Black businesses coming together, which again, when we support each other, like Kat, you was saying, when we support each other, and then like the financial stuff is really important, which again, we don't know about. We only know how to look fly, be hood rich, but we don't really know how to sustain ourselves. So yeah. So as far as community building, what other type of events besides those do you guys plan on putting on?
So I know we're working on several different projects. We have a music type series that we're like trying to work on as Tribe in terms of like our venue spaces. So we're very, and then we're also working on establishing a co-working space so we can actually have a place to teach all these things that we have to give. Well, Catherine could talk more about that.
Yeah, definitely getting more involved with the community. And it's like so far we've been doing a lot of events like business to business. So we've had like a lot of business owners who come out and they are just marketing and selling their services and their products, but we are now moving more towards actually having classes and seminars so that we're actually educating people. So those who don't have businesses can get businesses and things like that. Yeah, and that again is on all sides of it. So from the music side to the art side to the actual like just if you want to finance business and things like that. We took a grant writing class a couple weeks ago, and we want to offer that to everybody as well. But yeah,
that's what's up. We need that so much. And on my videos and stuff, not only is like finance important, but also relationships and sheesh. It's a lot of, it's a lot going on there, but it's not our faults necessarily because, we were raised by people who, they just had to do their best. They did their best, right? And they just had to keep going and, they just had to work. But they wasn't, like we are the generation that actually has to have the privilege of finding out more about ourselves and doing all of this self work, whereas they was just, worried about us, as far as like working and stuff. But again, it passed down some traits for us as a collective. So I don't know. I guess like what specifically do y'all think we need to have besides the business classes and the finance classes? What else can we do as a community for us to like really get it together?
I think a big thing is like that hands-on visual knowledge as well, because a lot of people are probably like sick of classes.
Yeah.
A lot of people are visual, so like not only do we offer this class type base, but it's more like this is how you would do it from here, and these are the things that you need to structure. In order for structure, you need to think like this type of aspect. So it's like a kind of like a immersive type learning experience almost. Like Montessori updated version for adults.
Right.
If you want this outcome, you got to do this and this.
So somebody like hand holding you through the process.
Yeah, but it's not even like a handheld process. It's like you have to put the energy within yourself, I feel like, to get all of that, because I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe I'm like on band or random.
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah.
Right.
But like, So like us as tribes, like not only are we building this structure for other people, like we're using it in ourselves as well to make sure like there's no like how can you say it?
Like you're not just telling people to do stuff that you're not doing.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're actually walking the walk. And this is the outcome of us walking the walk. This is what we've learned about walking the walk.
Right.
So it's like it's really easy, but in order to even be there, you gotta put it. You gotta want it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because none of the things we're doing is like secret in terms of like entrepreneurship or business structure or like gaining all this knowledge. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's all out there. The resources out there. It's just like maybe we have the hunger to find that.
Yeah, and
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry.
no. Did you finish your thought?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, and I do think like some people, I guess, are more motivated, but I can also see like it's a lot. Like it's a lot to like take in and process and like apply. Cause like we know like when you actually, because when you do the work, like you said, it's self-work. So then you gotta like look at yourself and be like, damn, I ain't doing it. Like so you saying I gotta change my lifestyle? So like you mean I gotta stop doing these other things? Like what you mean? Like I'm comfortable. So I don't know. I could see like how it could be hard for other people,
Yeah. My thing though is that the change has to happen. There's literally no point in us building a new community if people are still going to come in it with the same old mindsets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that healing has to happen. That evolving has to happen. Like, I was reading about this one community they built back in the back I guess soon after slavery had happened. And they were saying that, and this is as a real estate agent, this is a law now. You cannot, like families are a protected class. So you can't deny somebody housing based off their familial status. But I guess back in the day that law hadn't been passed yet. So
what you mean, like if you're married or not married? Like what you mean?
Right. Like you can't be like, oh, we only accept married couples. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that community did back in the day. It was an all Black community, and they didn't allow people to just shack up and lay with each other and, oh, I'm gonna stay with him for 2 years and then I'm gonna go get me somebody else because he ain't really who I want to be. Like, no, it was none of that. It was, y'all either gonna get married or y'all have to move out of this community.
What?
And it's like, yeah. So and I mean, to be honest, a lot of our family issues and our relationship issues come from that. Like, granddaddy got a house here, got a house around the corner, got a house in the next city. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and now we trying to figure out why we got so many cousins in this generation, and it's because we allowed granddaddy to have
do whatever he wants to do.
Different families. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So basically, we got to implement morals again and stop letting people do whatever they want to do.
Exactly. Everybody just want to, oh, I'm American. I'm freedom. I can do what I want. Free will. Christians got free will. Americans got free will. Everybody got free will, and nobody's making the right choices. Like, everybody just choosing to do whatever. And it's like,
ooh, you about to make people mad. People about to be like, how you gonna tell me what I'm doing is wrong? Like, what you mean?
I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say nothing.
Okay. So, but are you saying? So let me ask the question then. So, are you saying that we need to implement that specifically what they was doing back then? Like, you need to be married?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but it's certain things that.
Like what?
Yeah, just like certain things. Like let's say for instance, okay, and this is all hypothetical. Okay. So let's say we do just build a new community and we allow single people to come in. All right. And so now we have a 65-year-old man who lives here by himself. You know what I'm saying? He just got his own house and everything like that. But he seems to only be dating the 19-year-old girls. We gonna keep letting him date our babies?
Right.
Or we gonna say something about it?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is our community.
Right.
We're all living here together now.
Right.
Growing together now. These are our children, literally. It takes a village to raise them.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do now?
I feel you. I like that. I like that.
Nah, where your wife at?
Yeah. Like,
Can't be coming over here single.
Sir, you need to get you an old woman. There's some old women out here who is single too.
And is.
And they looking for the same thing you looking for. So go ahead. Yeah, no, I feel you because like I think we have, and maybe that's one of the reasons why the community is so crazy because everybody doing what they want to do. So I think we do have to start, like you said, holding each other accountable and being like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, it's hard again, but like I do feel like to me, that's letting me know you love me. If you calling me out on something that I don't need to be doing, please do. Please do, because I like to know what I need to work on. Yeah. And so same as like, because that's the only way how we get better individually. And then, when we get better individually, we help the community. And yeah, like you said, that is what created the problems that we have now, because it's a whole bunch of baby mamas. And I'm not talking down or like saying anything. It's just calling out what it is,
Yeah. And it's like with our women as well, though, because even on the women's side of things, like women will know that somebody is in a relationship and be like, oh, well, shit, just for today, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, we can't have that either. We can't have the Miss Parkers outside. Our husband's like, can you come fix? We coming to fix it as a unit.
Right. What you say you need, Miss Lady? Oh, I got you. I can do that too. Yeah.
I'll take you to the grocery store. Let's go, sis.
Oh God, I'm weak. No, yeah. And again, I like how you put that together, because we started with the financial stuff, but like you said, I do feel like for us to actually be able to take that information in, like, people got to get their mind right first. But I don't even know like where we can start with that, because it's just so much. And not even before you even start thinking about relationships, where we can start with our minds, how to get our minds right, to be on the right track of like, to want to do the right stuff. Like, what do y'all do to want to motivate yourselves?
I think I connect with myself from within. Like I do like a lot of yoga, a lot of like meditation. Like that's what motivates me, because I know at the end it's just like all supposed to happen, if that makes sense. All the hard work and all that stuff is supposed to like come out to what we're working towards and what we're manifesting. So it's not even like, I don't know, without doing any of that, without any of that self-motivation, it's just gonna be like, you're always gonna be in that current state, in that current loop, in that. So
what do you mean?
Like, like, so I say if you're in a state of like comfort, right? Like I read this quote once, like the comfort zone is where like dreams go and die. And once you get comfortable, you could like live that state of just like, all right, this is what I'm gonna obtain, this is what I need for survival, because all these other stresses of however you see society or whatever, the anxiety and all that stuff, like that level of comfort is just what you need, and it's like, eh. But once you see that all your hard work can truly achieve something, it's just like, all right, that's motivation. There's no comfort zone anymore. Everything I feel comfortable in, I'm just gonna like burn like a fucking phoenix and just go through the next level in life, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't climb that wall today, but I'm gonna work every day to make sure I climb that wall, type thing. Or figure out a way to get over that wall. Because that's what they hope. The enemy always hopes that you can't do that. You know what I mean? They
Yeah, that you just stay right there.
Yeah. So that's what they bank on, you know, mortgages, loans, like we talked about. Like all that is just like one line of the society tapped into you, and just to take all your money, your energy, your time, so you can't manifest your actual dream. So.
Yeah.
And a lot of mine just comes from that trauma healing. Like I identify all my different personalities. I done gave them all names and everything, so that when they arrive, I'm like, hey, Katrina, calm down. We don't need you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you, relax. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like he was saying, that inner work is so important. Like, shutting out that doubt in your head and shouting out those past thoughts and hugging that inner child. Oh my God, hug that baby like every day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that baby still need hugs.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I can agree with the meditation and also keeping my inner child alive. So what I do is I read, and then I take a lot of time to whenever I feel like it's just too much, I just take my time to myself, read on my porch. My sister be calling me an old lady. I don't care. I'll read on my porch. Okay. And then I also skate. Like that's the child in me. Like I roller skate, and that keeps me like active, and then, you know, like communicating with people, which is also important, because as much as taking time to yourself, we need to communicate with each other, because this is how we like figure out, it helps you figure out stuff about yourself a lot of the times too. So, and then, you know, you see yourself in everybody, or you can see yourself in everybody else. So then if you see something that you like or something that you don't like, you be like, oh, I want to be like that, or maybe I should not do that, you know, like that or whatever. But yeah, so that is what I do. All right. So, Kat, I want to go back to what you had said about us holding each other accountable, because I feel like that's a very big problem. And like it just be funny to me how people be letting people, but also, okay, two thoughts. It'd be funny to me how people be letting people do messed up stuff, but also how much do you supposed to let people do their messed up stuff? Because sometimes you just gotta let people learn their lesson. So you just say it one time and then leave it, or
I think that's kind of dependent on, one, your level of care, and then two, that person's level of care. Because like if you told me, Kat, I don't want to smoke cigarettes no more. If you see me with a cigarette, smack it out my hand. Like, and then I walk up, I see you with a cigarette, and I smack it out your hand, and then you smack me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dang, you asked for this. Like,
yeah,
you asked for this accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of people may not be receptive to receiving it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
yeah, I just think it just depends. you know, like when you first start waking up and then you want to go wake up everybody around you, like, yo, what? Don't go there no more. Don't do this. Don't eat that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, that ain't gonna work because everybody has their own level of awareness. Everybody has their own journeys. Everybody has had their things that they have to work through. Their things that they have to heal from. So my biggest thing in that is accepting people exactly where they are, but only allowing. I was just saying, like, accepting people for who they are, but only allowing certain things.
Both of our faces.
Into your life. I accept you as a cigarette smoker, but I can't allow you to smoke your cigarettes in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't allow you to smoke your cigarettes around my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I accept you as who you are, no judgment. That's what you do. It is what it is. But for me and my zones, you know what I'm saying? My boundaries, you can't do that around me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you're a cheater, and that's.
I know you weren't about to say that's okay.
All right, bro.
Did you say you a cheater and that's okay? What was your point after that?
Yeah, my thing. Yeah, if you a cheater, like, and I just gotta accept that that's what you do. Cool. You can't date none of my homegirls. And yeah, you just don't tell me about it. Cause I feel like as a girl code, I would have I gotta tell your girl, bro. Why would you cheat on her?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out is like, so as far as what we accept and what we don't accept and the morals or whatever, what do we do with those people? Because we can't just like shun people if they not where they should be, or how you even figure that out. So like, but also we can't have those people affecting the community because that trickles down. So like, should there be separate communities for where you're at in your life? Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna write that down.
Like you said it, not a.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out because like everybody is at different spaces and we don't like, I don't think, because what is right or wrong? So like, I don't think anything is necessarily wrong. Like you may have a different understanding or you just haven't dealt with yourself to the point where you can see that what you're doing is like a problem affecting other people. But that's not going to help everybody in the long run because at some point that's like somebody's family member, whatever they're doing, that's somebody's family member. So that's always going to affect their family. And then it's like, and then it's affecting their family, then that's going to pass on it. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that's a great question. How do you like stop trauma and then having like accountability within the community to stop those things from happening without being almost kind of like
a
dictatorship and like you know what I'm saying? Because like I saw this thing in an African tribe. I was watching this documentary and they were saying how each person in the village, when they're born, they have a specific song that's sung to them. So it's like if they go outside of like what is allowed in their community, their punishment is like someone would sing that song to them to remind them of like who they were almost to like their natural, I guess, like, I don't know, innocent, child almost. It goes pretty deep, but I was like, wow, that's pretty like, we can't do that. I feel like in the society that we live in, that would look almost, much. But
so they're sung the song. They're just sung that song, And it's supposed to remind
I
them?
mean, yeah, like they get encircled by the whole village essentially. So if they break some moral code or they steal something, so they get like centered by the whole village, and the whole village will sing that song to them in like a chant.
So dang,
If I
like
find
you
it, I'll
really
send
feel
it to you.
bad.
It makes more sense. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're always here to almost like heal you, but you know, at the same time, you got to come for it. I guess he could have ran away and stuff. I'm sure. I don't know.
No, I see what you're saying. Like,
I don't know, that's a great question.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Like, oh, that's a good thought. Like, so we holding you accountable, but we still here for you. Like, we're not gonna leave you.
Yeah.
You know, like we still here, but also you did wrong. So I guess it can go into like, we'll give you these steps and you got to start doing these steps to get better. And if you don't do these steps, then maybe there'll be some other consequences, right? But we can't allow you to keep doing what you're doing.
Because that's just crazy.
Yeah. Them doing what they're doing.
Like allowing people to just continue doing something over and over again that is destructive to the community. That is crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's this book where they also talk about African cultures. And, you know, we did this back in the day in our communities where, you know, like if you did something wrong, you hear a lot of old people say, like, if they did something wrong, their mama already knew about it by the time they got home, because, you know, somebody like is looking out for you in the community. Like, even though it'd be annoying, you always know people will be looking out for you. So, like, you know, it's just different now. Like, they could always go, you know, ride their bikes, whatever, go wherever, do what they like. The kids could just do what they want to do because it wasn't like it is now. And like, just even before we even start connecting with each other, like in our own, I guess we don't really have our own communities because we live in apartments and stuff. But when we start building our actual own communities, or I don't know where y'all live, I'm sorry. I live in an apartment, but when we start building our own communities and, you know, buying real estate and doing all of that, you know, it would be beneficial if we could get back to how it was back then, where like, yo, like you actually know who your neighbor is. Like, you can talk to them, have a conversation, and like they look out for you. Yo, you need something from the store? You know, like, I got you. Let me know, whatever. And instead of, because we're so disconnected, and I love social media, but sometimes it makes it worse for us to actually connect in person, you know. And I know for the younger generation, definitely, because my sister is about to be 21. And I'm trying to say without putting her business out there. It's just much easier for her to connect with people online than it is in person. I'm like, yo, like you got to talk to people. Like, so I guess that's another thing that we have to reteach is like social skills. Because I feel like the new generation, and I don't know, y'all speak if y'all have young people in y'all lives or younger siblings or cousins or whatever. Do y'all feel like they lacking with the social skills, or that is, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Both of y'all, or Stephen, you broke up.
Oh, I said I don't really hang around too many young people, but when I've seen like public and stuff, I totally see like a disconnect all the time between generations. So, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's very interesting in terms of like how we communicate and stuff, like across age groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like certain age groups, you can't sit in front of and speak to them, and like they're all digital. And then obviously the older older generation who we need to talk to as well for wisdom, they're not as techie. So you have all this knowledge out here that you have to like actually physically go to.
Yeah.
And tap into. So there's just like so many different dimension almost of things that you have to like tie together. And I think everyone always talks about like a blanket solution, but I don't know if there's a blanket solution at this point for everybody. I think you just need to like hit each different group the way that you need to hit them, and then somehow figure out a way to tie it all later on. But I don't know. It's kind of crazy out there. I saw a teenager. He's probably like 16 or 17. We were at the plant barn, like doing like little plant things.
Yeah.
He was a grown-ass teenager, like, and he was acting like a TikToker. He was acting like a 7-year-old, like preteen TikToker, like doing little preteen dances. I was just like, oh no, I don't know what's going on.
Right, like that's.
I was like, this is like his actual personality. I was like, oh man, how can we ever talk to this guy about community building? I don't know.
Right, like it's just not there. Like, where is that? I don't know. But at the same time, yeah, what you think?
I'm sorry. You have your nephew.
Yeah, and they are the tech babies, like, and it just on their phones all the time. And I'll do little things with them, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're not there yet. They like, one about to be 21 and the other one is about to turn 19. And I still have plenty others too. I have like 9 nieces and nephews all together. But those my main 2. Those are the ones I see like, oh yeah, they are the tech guys. Yeah, like always on their phone. They be going viral with all the likes and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just like, okay.
Oh, so now you think you popping, but you ain't.
But they'll sit and listen to me, you know what I'm saying, when I'm having the conversations with them about just their long-term goals and things like that. But they still just on their own waves at the end of the day. So I don't know, because our generation, you know, we're literally both sides of it. Like, we started off getting encyclopedias and dictionaries and thesauruses in school, like having to read these things. And then by the time we graduated, we were typing up papers and emailing them in and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we literally are the gap. And it is our generation that's going to have to be the one to merge the two. Like, I think that's why our generation goes so hard, because we're like, no, because look, we're going to take a couple of things from the old people. We're going to take a couple of things from the new people. Like, merge it all together.
No, for real. Like,
because as much as we getting back to the gardening, we still have to keep up with Bitcoin and AI. Like, so it's like, we getting back, like, all right, yeah, because grandma used to have a couple plants. Let me see if I can get that green thumb. But it's like, all right, well, let me build this hydroponic system to automatically do this for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're really like taking the youth innovation and trying to keep that old school, like, just solid foundation that they had.
And if we can have some kind of events like that of bringing us all together, that would be dope. Like, all the generations of people from, you know, all different ages, that would be dope, because I do feel like it'd be a lot of misunderstanding. And again, that's one of the tactics that they had, you know, separated us from age or whatever. But like you said, like, we can learn so much from each other, and like, not to discount either side, the old people or, you know, the younger people, because they do teach us a lot. And like, I love TikTok. I can't even lie. Like, I love TikTok. So, and I like, you can learn something that fast, right? And So why not? Right. But also sometimes you got to take it slow, and get some knowledge from the old people, even though if you don't want to hear what they got to say, because they're going to take about a couple hours to get to the point that they was making, but you're going to learn something throughout that whole time. So I don't know if y'all could and I know, why am I putting this on y'all? But I think that would be dope. I'm just putting the idea out there. I'm just saying. But so yeah, just bringing the communities together, all ages, all backgrounds is dope. And yeah, I think what y'all doing, I love what y'all do. Both of y'all are dope. And again, if you live in Virginia, you need to get with Tribe Collective, because the events that they be having going on, for real, y'all need to get with it. All right. And then not only the events, but the people. Okay. The people, because that's very important, is who is running it. And y'all could tell they actually care. Okay. They're not just doing this for whatever. And, Deanna, who is the CEO who created it initially, is also amazing. Okay. It's very important, friendships. Oh, okay. This is what I want to touch on. So, looking at each other as human beings, as opposed to one of the things that they really got us doing is really emphasizing sex, right? Or emphasizing, just physicality in other people. And so that gets in the way again, which is why there's a whole bunch of baby mamas or whatever, and daddy's not raising the kids, because people didn't actually take the time to get to know the person. It was just based off of sex or whatever. And then Stephen, I do want your opinion of a guy's opinion of because I always hear it's different for guys and y'all think differently or whatever. But what can you say to guys to because guys think the friend zone is a bad thing, but not necessarily, because you have to get to know somebody, right? So what would you say to guys to stop looking at women as just a end goal, I want her, so I'm gonna get her, when you don't even know if that's what you really want, because you don't even know that person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you say?
It's kind of like how you said earlier, every person's a mirror to yourself, almost, so it's women, for specifically for my perspective, is a mirror to my feminine side, my feminine energy, the creative, the non-logical side of thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's being around that energy isn't, I feel it's confused as sexual, but it's sensual, understanding the properties of that energy and what you get when you communicate at a different level, other than just seeking some ass or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It is a healing type energy. Being around the right type of women, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, energy could be,
different,
destructive or healing, but being around being around the right type of energy, of femininity, is healing. So I think a lot of people just need to get out of their own minds and less coded by what everyone thinks sex is, and people just get happy or whatever. But I feel I don't know.
Stop saying whatever. Explain yourself.
Very dismissive. That's what that's what I would say to people to try to shift their perspective. Is if you think a friend zone is some type of dilemma, try to see what you else can gain from it, like from like what you need from yourself in terms of healing.
Yeah, like, because relationships aren't just a one type of thing, like it's a multi thing, you know. And yeah, so thank you for saying that. Because again, it's good to have the male perspective on things, because there's things that I don't understand how y'all think, you know. I'm not a male. So it's just good to hear that. And Katt, what would you say for women with friendships? Because sometimes women can compete with each other, and yeah, sometimes women can compete with each other instead of uplifting each other. So like what advice would you give to women, or what would you say to women of how to, like, you know, work together?
I don't even know if I'm the one to say that. Like, like growing up, I was always around all the boys. But I dated women. So like I would hang with all the guys. Like my circle was mainly male based. It was probably like 2 or 3 of us females. And then I would have my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't probably until like going away to college, that was a more sister circle. My college sisters were probably like my first actual like sister circle. But yeah, I did still see the like cattiness there. Like even within our 8 friends, we still broke up into like 3 subgroups.
Yeah.
It was like, so like, yeah, I see like the women's side is a little harder to build lasting relationships with. But in my most recent years, I have been way more in touch with my
She'll come back.
own personal thing. It broke up again.
No, you gotta keep going. You've been way more in touch with.
Yeah, getting in touch with my feminine side allowed me to be more open to being around more women, and really even healing the relationship with my mother. My mother, who I was raised by, and then my birth mother. Healing those 2 relationships also allowed me to be more open to being cool with women and sister circles and everything like that. So yeah. It's a little harder. I think again, it goes back. If you know a woman carries a certain tone, don't feel a certain type of way if she say something to you in that tone, because that's just who she is. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and you already know that. So it's no point for you to get too emotional behind it. Like,
right, it's
she
not
ain't have
personal.
to say this to me. It's never personal, to be honest. It's really never personal. Right. It's really, that's just how she is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the more we accept each other, like, here she go. Come on with your crazy stories. Come on, sis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be more accepting and open to each other.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Thank you both. Thank you both for that, because again, relationships are very beneficial for community building. So so we need that. We need that. And yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for listening. One of y'all want to tell us where we can find Tribe's information so people can actually go to these events and get connected. I love how y'all be passing it off to each other. I'm about to call somebody's name now.
Instagram is Tribe Kollective. Tribe K, collective with a K. What else? The website, tribekollective.org. What else you got, Katt? What's your Facebook?
You can also follow Kabila Cafe and Venue. That is our physical location currently. So that's Kabila. Kabila also means tribe, so it's still tribe all day. But that's Kabila, Kabila cafe and venue on Instagram.
All right.
And then Stephen at the farm every Friday.
Say again? Oh yeah, we do.
Stephen take the volunteers to the farm.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Every Friday we do a volunteer, so please come out. You know, learn some agricultural knowledge and like how we garden and like the natural ways. We don't use any pesticides or anything on the farm, so it's all organic. It's all natural. So yeah, just come out on Friday and check it out.
Dope. And like I already told y'all, everything that they do is dope. Okay, so get with it. And yeah, I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. Thank you, Katt and Stephen, for coming. This was good. Yeah. All right. And what y'all said?
I said it was a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. And please remember, y'all, that your refuge is in your self-healing. So heal yourself to find your refuge. All right. Peace.